Hey everyone, welcome to day 52. I'm already here at the finish. There's no morning update today. I've just got up, had some breakfast and we ran. It was a 19 miler today from Linz to a place called Aschach and Donau, and it's a pretty special little town here. 20 miles basically, and we had company. We had Christoph, who'd come out from, lives in Linz, and he came out and joined us on the trails this morning. We met him in the town square in Linz. So I had Andy and Christoph for company today, and we have run an interesting 20 miles. So the first bit we deviated up, we went up to the castle, climbed up a bit of a tower, got a beautiful view over across the whole of Linz, and then we went off my route a little bit onto some trails that Christoph's kind of said were going to be better, I think more fun than running along some of the kind of flat Danube paths and along the roads that we might have encountered anyway. Except for one thing, Christoph is very used to running on very hilly sort of mountainous terrain, and Christoph's idea of normal isn't necessarily what's good for my legs after 52 days. So we didn't do the whole bit on that. We actually deviated back down to the road and got back onto the flats and then back onto these kind of river paths that ran through. But we did get a taste of some of the really lovely trails in the hills and mountains up around Linz, which was really nice, but maybe for sort of 5 or 6 Ks. And I would dearly have loved to have been able to run there and run more there, but you know, when my feet are landing on any kind of uneven surfaces, it's just a bit of a risk for all kinds of reasons, tendons, muscles, all those things. So I had to kind of say, look, can we go back to the road? And we did, and it was fantastic company. So Christoph has a race out here called the Donau trail, and so he knows this area super well. He really understands the sport. He's a passionate runner. At the end of today, having run with me and Andy, he'd brought us both a medal and a tankard and a bandana and bits and pieces from the race. We are honorary Donau trail finishers for what we've done today. It's such a lovely touch and really nice. Yes, we've got medals to come home. So I've got a special medal Monday today, and today really was kind of pretty glorious running, if I'm really honest. After yesterday's 36 mile, you always get the fear that after a big hard day where you've locked in and you've used a lot of adrenaline and a lot of mental focus, that you have a bad day. Today, whether it's the company and the chat, I didn't have that, and I ran pretty freely again today. The legs felt pretty good. Now, I'm not going to lie, there are obviously things that are just tender and sore. My calves are tight, the Achilles grumble, the toes hurt a little bit. All of those things that I'm carrying now, and I'm pretty much going to have to carry to the end, are still there. But I ran, the intensity was good. I felt strong. I probably could have gone on, and it ended up feeling like the rest day really that I needed it to be, even though it was nearly a 20 miler. So I've got to do 29 miles tomorrow, where I move from here, Aschach, and I go to a place called Danube, and then the following day is Danube to Passau. So I leave Austria in 2 days time, which will be my 7th country done, which sounds kind of incredible to say it. And I'm in good spirits. We've had a bit of lunch. I mean, when you're running through this kind of stuff, like, what can you say? It's much easier, much more beautiful. It's a bit sort of hot now this afternoon, so tomorrow I might get up early and get on the move as quickly as I can to get to Danube. And then the other big thing that I'm running towards, and I'm in such a hurry to get there, is on the 18th, my family arrive. And it feels like a long time since I've seen them, even though, it's back in Belgrade. I've been through a lot in my own head, and miles on the river and ups and downs. And although I've had sort of more company in between to take my mind off that, just can't wait to see them and give my little boy a hug again, and then they stay with me for the rest of the run. So I'm going to get to see my sister, I'm going to get to see my nephew, Darcy, who he called me last night and said he's going to come out and run with me as well. He's, I'm so super chuffed that he's been inspired to come out and do that, and I can't wait for that. And so I've got a big moment coming up in that sense. And you have to have these little things that you sort of latch onto to get you through the days. So I've got a couple of days where I'm pretty much running on my own, and then I get to be with family. I've got lots of other people coming out to run with me, and we are 15 days away from completing this. Still a lot of miles, 400 odd miles to go, maybe more. It's 30 miles a day for all those days, but I'm closing in on the source, and if I can just keep feeling like the way I'm feeling now, keep the legs working, no injuries come up, keep managing all the niggles, being sensible, keep laser focused in there and doing the right things, then I will make it to the source and become the first person to run the Danube from sea to source, which sounds bonkers, but it was a dream I had sort of 10 years ago, and it's close now. It's close. So I've just had dinner as well. I just wanted to end today's video really by saying a massive thank you to Andy, who flew all the way out from the UK, gave up 3 days of his time and hired a car, did all manner of public transport hurdle jumping. I mean, I get a feeling he really quite loved getting involved in the old bus timetables and the train timetables here out in Austria. Big fan of the Austrian public transport app, but man, did he sort some logistics and do a cracking job of getting up early, driving 40 kilometers and then getting a train back at 6 o'clock in the morning to arrive in time to then go and run 3 sets of 20 plus miles, having not run that distance for, I think he said something like the last 9 months. So he has put in an absolute shift out here. Like those who've gone before him out here, you know, Adam and Dimitar, Milos, all those people who've helped me. Andy has come and been just such a fantastic support through these 3 days. You know, to help me. I wouldn't have really found it very easy to get up to see that iconic view of the Danube bend without Andy being here in the car to help. And he's just been fantastic company. It's just made I'd sort of said it, I whispered it, don't tell anyone at home, but the last 3 days have actually been quite fun. Having the company, you know, it's still hard running, but boy does it lift the spirits when you've got someone alongside to kind of help you along and keep things fun. So massive thanks, Andy, and yeah, I hope you get home safely tonight and you've earned yourself a little lie-in tomorrow, although he's got to cycle to work, he said. But yeah, get some rest, buddy, and don't forget, if you want to come back out here, I'll still be here for the next 15 days, so but yeah, anyway, that's it from me today. I'm now off to go and get some sleep, although I really quite just want to wander up and down this beautiful river for a bit longer, but I better do the right thing. But I'll see you guys tomorrow.